Months of testing have finally ended as Melbourne, Australia plays host to the first Grand Prix of the 2000 FIA Formula One World Championship. The Australians really know how to put on a show, and the Albert Park extravaganza is no exception. Could pole sitter Mika Häkkinen win a hat-trick of titles? Or would second fastest David Coulthard steal his crown? Third on the grid is Michael Schumacher, followed by teammate Rubens Barrichello. F1 2000 is go. Häkkinen and Coulthard make great starts, while the Jordans swarm all over the slow-starting Ferraris. On board with Barrichello, who has dropped to fifth. Häkkinen leads, followed by Coulthard, Schumacher, Frentzen, Barrichello and Trulli. The Brazilian fends off the Jordan debutant as the rest of the field jockey for position. Johnny Herbert collides with Pedro Diniz, but it's a clutch problem that ends the Brits' first race for the new Jaguar team. Back at the front, Schumacher keeps the pressure on the McLarens. His pit board informs him of the situation in front and behind. The German won't have to look in his mirrors as the leaders are well out in front. Pedro de la Rosa slips past Eddie Irvine's Jaguar into 10th. Not an easy maneuver here. Front suspension failure undoes all of the Spaniards' hard work. Eddie Irvine gets caught up in the mayhem and both drivers are out of the race. The Big Cats leave Australia with their tails between their legs. Out comes the safety car while the debris is cleared. Häkkinen's early efforts come to nothing. The rest of the field bunch up behind him and no overtaking is allowed. This is a very frustrating time for the Finn. At the restart, Coulthard's misfiring McLaren Mercedes is forced to pit. The mechanics quickly spot a small engine fire, costing the Scot valuable time. But at least they've managed to get him back out. Mercedes Motorsport boss Norbert Haug looks concerned, and he has every right to be as pneumatic valve failure takes the Scot out of the race. Barrichello moves up to 4th, but is still being held up by Frentzen's Jordan Mugen Honda. McLaren's race goes from bad to worse as Häkkinen's engine cries enough. A great sight for Schumacher. The German takes the lead as the Finn slows. Häkkinen has suffered the same problem as his teammate. McLaren's extensive winter testing didn't get rid of all the car's gremlins. Ferrari are having no such problems. Can Schumacher win for the first time in Australia? Ross Brawn could make it a Maranello 1-2. The team's technical director could leapfrog Barrichello over Frentzen through a change in pit stop strategy. Can the master tactician aid the Brazilian? Just behind, Trulli's hopes of a podium finish go up in flames. As if Eddie Jordan's mood wasn't bad enough, a gear selection problem forces Frentzen out. 2000 has not started well for the Irish team. Barrichello has now caught his teammate after each stopping once. Right in Schumacher's slipstream, he goes on the inside and takes the lead. His moment of glory won't last long though, as his earlier strategy change means he must pit twice, handing the race to Schumacher. Barrichello is unlikely to match Nigel Mansell's feat of winning first time out for Ferrari. Third place is a great result for Ralf Schumacher. A little slide is not enough to stop Ralph's older brother from making history. The Ferrari team gets ready to celebrate as Schumacher takes his first ever Australian Grand Prix victory.
Imagine how long we're in Ferrari. It's the 5th time we try to win this Australian Grand Prix and be competitive from the beginning of the season. Thanks really to the guys. They have done a fantastic job. I mean, not just the car is reliable, but it's so bloody fast, this car. I'm really, really delighted to drive this car.
The new BAR Honda is also rapid. Villeneuve and Zonta scored the team's first ever championship points. Mika Salo lost 6th place due to a technical infringement on his Sauber.